Welcome back to the True Hideout. So I saw this Twitter post. It says, what's a Pokemon-related opinion that you will defend like this? How convenient. I'm like, I need a video idea. I went 5 minutes on Twitter. You know what, Twitter? It can stay. It's good content. All right, let's see some opinions. There's already one. Let me get this straight. You think that Amur shipping is overrated? I do, and I'm tired of... You need to stop. No more memes, no more quoting, no more cringe, no more... Get off the internet. Do you follow me? I think they follow me. Get off the internet! The game should have stayed 2D/2.5D. I agree. Don't say it out loud. People pitchforks. Well, how well is Game Freak doing in 3D, huh? You pitchfork ass dudes? How good is it? Go look at the latest Pokemon game. Go look at Assassin's Creed Shadows. I play that game trying to hate it. I love it. Don't say that out loud. Anyhow, all I'm trying to say is don't freaking defend Pokemon in 3D. They've done the freaking bare minimum. Articuno is the strongest and most important Pokemon in the original game outside of Mewtwo. Where is this coming from? I mean, sure, it's so beautiful, but... Like, give me something. Why do you say that? Articuno is the Lance Killer. Wipe your ass. I never used Articuno. I always just use Zapdos. Game Freak can do better. However, the majority of things they can do better. Has nothing to do with how much money they have. It could. Dumbass, if they have so much money, go do things better. Basically, what I'm saying is most fans have no idea what game development is. You don't either. You don't freaking know either. You telling me a company with a lot of money can't invest more? Freaking outsource, grow their team, do better? Bro, this is not your opinion too. You freaking heard it and you're parroting it and don't get what it means. Pokemon Planet is hands down the best game made. Sure. It was pretty crazy for its time, man. I remember seeing the trailers for it. It felt so weird seeing the distortion world. I couldn't wait to legally get it early. Yo, in my copy of Platinum with the translated version, all legal, the dialogue was out of sync. Palkia was screaming when Dialga was. Cyrus was talking in Giratina's place. I don't know what I'm wrong, but that's what I get for really doing everything legal. Gen 8 is easily the most underrated gen, LOL. Felt this way before Scarlet and Violet. Yo, I don't think Gen 8 is underrated. I think it's just rated perfectly. Like, you forget about it and you're also like, yo, that was a fun game. It's freaking average. And what the hell is the DLC about? I see people defending the Isle of Armor and the Crown Tundra. Bro, I'm not saying they were bad, but people saying they're better than Scarlet and Violet's DLCs. That's a different topic, bro. I can't understand why people hate Scarlet and Violet's DLCs, aside from if you don't like that Tropigus was made something kind of small, right? In every aspect. The destruction was gonna cause, what it really is, the impact and the people there. But yeah, okay, Gen 8 is easily the most underrated gen, LOL. Felt this even before Scarlet and Violet. Play it the right way. By using levels to incorporate the Isle of Armor. Okay, but that's not how the game came out, bro. Like, in hindsight, sure, it's an incredible game if it got resold as Pokemon Sword and Shield Deluxe Edition, which includes the DLCs. I'm not telling them to do that. But the game came out a certain way. That's like saying Cyberpunk, I don't understand the hate. Dumbass, it's been years and the game is fine now. Like, you're saying, oh, you can change the pacing by adding the Isle of Armor in the middle. Play it the right way. 10 out of 10 Pokemon experience for me. Yeah, sure, bro. If anything you play the right way is gonna be a 10 out of 10 experience. Just think about that statement deep enough. All starters can be picked in all games. A starter being bad with moves or stats isn't an argument when we're talking about Pokemon of all games. If you can't pick Chikorita because it'd be too difficult, you have other issues that a strong starter can't fix. I don't even know what you're talking about. Are you at first I thought you're saying the 3 starters should be actually equal so that everyone doesn't rush to just Infernape, for example, and leave the Empoleon and the other fans behind. But then it sounds like you're complaining about fans. Like, yo, if someone struggles with the game, leave them alone. I think they're talking about Game Freak needs to fix it and make them all balanced. But dang, bro, you could have said this in 3 words. Make all starters worth picking or something, bro. What the frick? All starters can be picked in all games. That statement is ass. Water should be weak to ice. Yeah. Dang. That's why freeze dry, right? But then it should be like that universally. If you use ice beam on a Goldeen, bro, that crap should be super effective and it freezes. I'm liking this. I like we're doing a part 2 to this. The 3D schemes are better than Switch games. Wow. Relatively, maybe he's right. But hey, don't say that out loud. People don't know what that means. 8 gyms with the League plus a villain trying to do bad things arc is all we need story-wise. Yeah, I'm not gonna read the rest of the tweet yet, but he's right, or she's right. Now just sugarcoat the rest of the game and make it beautiful. And then weave a nice story within it. Add rivals, arcs with each rival alongside the journey throughout each gym. We don't need any gimmick temporary evolutions. Okay, we don't, but you have to understand the reason it's there. It's targeted at kids. They love all this action-packed crap. And something flashy like that easily grabs their attention. If there was, you're supposed to say megas were good enough. Everything's been a waste of resources. Nah, bro. That's not how this goes down, bro. Like, obviously, megas, they should have kept them. They were good. But Game Freak, they're playing the long game. If they're playing the short game and did this, sticking to megas, now they're surviving off megas, you know? Now, it's like when a YouTuber or an artist blows up off a one-hit wonder and they don't know what to do next. They just do more of that one-hit wonder. Game Freak plays the long game. They'll have a one-hit wonder. Every game somehow is that. But they'll take what's long-lasting and try to play the long game. They were fully aware megas were working. The point was, can we stretch it out? Can we waste their time? And we should just stick with the megas and add a handful each gen. By the way, I'm not saying this is not what I want. I'm saying the path the Game Freak picked somehow is the right one. Not relying on megas. Think what happens when they make a game without megas. You know, after doing it for like 10 years straight. Okay, it's from 2013 to 2025. If every game had megas, that's not what Pokemon is about. They're not trying to lock themselves into Digimon. A number of Pokemon spin-offs during the Game Boy and such era were better than mainline games. Yeah, maybe. Mystery Dungeon, Red and Blue, Time and Darkness, they were great. And Ranger, you know, I remember playing Ranger as a kid. I don't remember it. But if it was an official game, if it was co-signed by Pokemon and so it had exclusive Pokemon, which that was one with Bananified, right? But I'm saying it had like 10 exclusive Pokemon. And then Mystery Dungeon had like 10 exclusive Pokemon. I don't understand why Pokemon doesn't do this. It would like double the game sales. It's almost like Pokemon is so greedy. They're like, we don't want to let Pokemon Mystery Dungeon have that bit of officialness to it. But then you freaking gave it to LCA, man. That BDSP is a stain on your record. Okay, we'll do a couple more. They need more subtle gimmicks. I don't like big flashy ones. That's not a thing. Subtle gimmicks? That's for adults. Kids need to see freaking Super Saiyan. You gotta imagine what it's like as a kid. I know it's been so long, but this stuff is cool. This stuff is really cool to see in trailers, even terrestrializing. As weird and stupid as it might seem to us at times, it's really cool when you're a kid. And it's also cool if you're an adult. You just gotta like XP share, Pokemon getting crits or blocking attacks out of love. Wait, Pokemon not in your party using HMs. Yeah, all that stuff. I agree, get rid of it. Sprites were superior. There should be a freaking downvote button. That's what I feel like happened to him. Rayquaza is super overrated. Bro, he's not. He's such a cool Pokemon. You gotta remember what you thought when you first saw it. In Emerald, it's sleeping there. It's crazy. It's crazy. You would close your eyes and it would feel real. You would imagine this long serpent dragon, you riding on it. You go to the Elite Four, wielding it, seeing the back sprite. Yo, bro, it's as of Gen 3, it was supposed to be the god. There was no Arceus at all. That was God. As far as Pokemon knew at the time, maybe that's who made everything. That's the big god, the meteor that comes down and is like, bro, you other two gods, shut up. Stupider gods, Kyogre and Groudon. I'm the smart, wise one that controls everything. Kind of like life, death, and order, right? It's kind of like what it is at the core. That's God. He has an overblown design. He's meant to be overrated. that's success. And they did it justice with Mega Rayquaza. It sucks. It sucks how many of these are not their own thoughts. I just want to hear people's own thoughts. Like, no one actually looks at Rayquaza and says, bro, I hate it. You clearly saw someone else say it. You're clearly not being a kid and enjoying. Mega shouldn't have vanished from existence after Gen 7. You know what? Man, I don't want y'all thinking it was right they took away Megas. They definitely were supposed to handle it better, you know? Like, for example, Z moves, bro, they kind of sucked. And the Dynamaxes kind of sucked as well. Terastallion is only the cool one. So when you're taking away Megas, and then you're like, you're going to love this new one. You have to. It's Z crystals. Against your will, I'll give you this. Because, yo, you got to think of it as a business too, bro. Game Freak's a business. What are they going to... Listen, 2013, 2025. If there were Megas, sure, yay, every hype season so much fun, and it would be. But where are we now? It's 2025. There are what? 160 Megas or something? This is not where Pokemon wants to be. They're boxing themselves in. This is not how you move as a business. Master was in the room. He kicked up his feet and said some things in Japanese, which I can't repeat. This is what they should have done, though, to meet everyone halfway. It should have been treated like regional variants. There should have been 2-ish Megas every game, and it should have lurked in the post game. Just because, okay, I know Game Freak wants to take a step back and make it seem like there are many gimmicks that are equal. Dynamax, Megas, Z's, Terastal. There aren't. Megas is the highest gimmick. The other two are lower. Game Freak knows that. It's all about attention and where it is in fans' heart. So they don't have to treat Megas like that. They could have just always had it in the post game and used that to keep people hyped. Wouldn't you have been excited at the notion of there being new Megas in Sun and Moon? New Megas in Sword and Shield, but just 2. So little that it doesn't ruin it. And now in 2025, what? We went from 48 Megas to maybe even just like 58, 55, right? So, I don't know. Hopefully I didn't make us sound like I proved Game Freak removing Megas. I'm just saying they know what they're doing when they removed it. They saw themselves being boxed in as of auras, and they're like, yo, I want out of this relationship. Okay, shank that like button, bro. You know what? I kind of want to start a hashtag or something where you guys could submit something like this and use the hashtag, and then people will answer it. So leave a question and use the hashtag. What the frick is a hashtag, bro? Ask Titar? Ask Titar. And so pretty much you search the hashtag Ask Titar and just answer a bunch of those questions. But I don't know how much more creative it can... What other questions there are than this? Okay, what's a Pokemon-related opinion you'll defend like this? What's the worst Pokemon game, for example? What's... That's it. You come up with the rest. I'll see you on the next one. Take care.